Beans, brews, and beautiful views. This is your guide to where coffee grows in Africa. So, there's a misconception about Africa and coffee. For those of you who are not too familiar with the coffee industry, specifically the specialty coffee industry. So, I'd like to offer you a glimpse into the vast and diverse world of African coffee, mostly focusing on Arabica coffee and a bit of Robusta coffee, and the countries and regions in Africa where coffee grows. Because if you did not know, yes, coffee grows in Africa. All right, so just to kind of break it down really quick, okay? So I'm pretty sure that for some of you, when you hear when you hear African coffee, the first thing you think about is Ethiopian coffee, or maybe Kenya, maybe even Tanzania. But a lot of you probably don't know that countries such as DR Congo, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Ivory Coast, Uganda, Burundi, just to name a few, those are places that grow and produce delicious, top quality coffee that even falls under specialty coffee. So just to go briefly over some stuff, the history of coffee in Africa started centuries ago. If you do not know Arabica, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right because my accent just I just pronounce things however they sound good to me. But anyway, so the birthplace of coffee is indeed Ethiopia, if you did not know. Now, a lot of people think that it's Brazil, and I don't want to say it's an honest mistake because, I guess it just depends on where in the world you live and how popular coffee is in whatever region or country you live in. But the reason that being that people think coffee originated from Brazil is because Brazil is the leading exporter of coffee. And so this makes a lot of sense, right? Why people would think that is the birthplace of coffee, given that they export tons of it, more than any other country every year. But as I mentioned, it was coffee was originated from Ethiopia back when it was called coffee Arabica. And I'm talking about dating back to the 8th and 9th century. There are so many different stories about how it was first discovered. I've heard so many different variations, but it all comes down to it being found first in Ethiopia. That's for Arabica. Now, when we talk about Robusta or Robusta, however you want to pronounce it, a lot of people don't know that it was first discovered in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And back then it was called, I believe, Kingdom of Congo, and then it was Belgian Congo, and then eventually Zaire. And it is today the Democratic Republic of the Congo. That is the birthplace of Robusta coffee, which was called Coffea canephora. And it was first discovered in the 19th century. It was so popular at some point that it was renamed Congo coffee. And just the way that it was cultivated, which is very fascinating. They were using some kind of material found in the Lomami River region, which I found that so fascinating because that is where my family comes from originally, in the Lomami province. But anyway, so that's a different video for a different day. Today we're going to focus on where in Africa those coffee grow. So we mentioned Ethiopia, right? So there are so many different regions. And so depending on where in Ethiopia the coffee grows, then that will impact the taste notes found in the coffee. But what's so fascinating about Ethiopia is that as the birthplace of coffee, as I mentioned, there are so many different regions, and so it just brings unique flavor profiles that you found in your favorite cup of coffee at your favorite third wave coffee shop. So Ethiopians are passionate about their coffee culture. I mean, I was first introduced to pan roasting from a local coffee shop in Phoenix, Arizona, owned by an Ethiopian couple, and they did something called a coffee ceremony, and it pretty much taught the people who attended the importance of coffee in their culture. I mean, they drink it morning, afternoon, and evening, and each time they pan roasted, freshly. So that's very fascinating. Anyway, so I'm going to try to go quick here. So you have the Yirgacheffe region, which is located in the Sidamo Highlands. So they produce so many different kinds of coffees with a variety of floral notes. Then you have the Harar region. You have the Limu region, which is in the southwestern part of the country. We are going to move on to the next one. We have Democratic Republic of the Congo. So the Democratic Republic of the Congo is sort of making a comeback, as I mentioned, because of political instability and conflict in DR Congo that's been going on for the past 20 years. Unfortunately, things have not been going so well in regards to the coffee, but they are making a comeback. So there are a lot of different regions in the Congo where coffee grows, such as Kivu, which is the eastern part of the country. So you have South Kivu and you have North Kivu. There's also Ituri, which is another province that grows coffee. So although DR Congo is mostly known for Robusta, they also grow Arabica. So many different Arabica that are variety of coffees that are grown there in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So if you're not familiar with it, check it out, and you will be surprised at the different flavor notes that are found in Congolese coffee. Simply delicious. Number 3, Kenya. Beautiful Kenya with its volcanic soil and majestic mountains, known for Mount Kenya and Mount Kilimanjaro. So there are so many different regions there, such as the Aberdare Mountains, the Central Highlands, Mount Kenya Forest Reserve, growing at high elevations, producing smooth, sweet profiles. Number 4, Tanzania, also known for Mount Kilimanjaro, known for Mount Meru. And there's also the Mbeya region that also grows coffee. I had a chance to go to Tanzania in 2023, I cannot talk, and it was one of the most wonderful experiences of my life. There are a variety of coffees that are found in different regions of Tanzania with notes ranging from chocolate, hazelnut. I mean, the variety is endless. It's simply so many different options there. Number 5, Malawi. Malawi is known for its rolling hills and sunny climate. So you will find also a lot of different coffees that are grown there, from hints of caramel to chocolate, and regions such as Mulanje Mountains, the Dayolo Mountains, North Rukuru. And yeah, you will find also Robusta as well as Arabica. Number 6, Uganda. Uganda is mostly known as a producer of Robusta coffee, but also produces some Arabica. So some of the regions to keep in mind are Mount Elgon, Bugisu, and Bunyoro. So those are some regions that grow coffee ranging from Robusta to Arabica. And Mount Elgon shares the mountain with Kenya, and they produce lots of full-bodied Arabica coffee with chocolatey notes. Number 7, Ivory Coast. So Ivory Coast is not traditionally known for coffee. They are mostly known for other things, but so it's located in West Africa, also known as Côte d'Ivoire, and they produce high-quality Robusta coffee, and they are known for the unique coffee known as Liberica. Liberica coffee is a type of coffee plant that's just very unique and not found in a lot of places. I've never personally tried it, so I would like to. So it grows in Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is known for that, and there are regions that grow coffee such as Man Mountains, Lake Kusu, Bandama Valley. So yeah, there you go. This is Ivory Coast. Moving on, number 8, last and not least that I will cover today is Zimbabwe. I've always had an obsession with Zimbabwe for whatever reason since I've been a kid. But anyway, so they are also making a comeback similar to Congolese coffee. Zimbabwe grows coffee in lots of different regions that has rich and volcanic soil, such as the Eastern Highlands and the Chimanimani Mountains, which borders Mozambique. And they're known for full body and intense aroma coffees. So as I mentioned, there are so many different countries, as you know, in Africa. This is just a glimpse into the vast and diverse world of African coffee. Next time, I may cover more countries such as Rwanda, Burundi, Cameroon, Zambia, and apparently South Africa. So I wanted to give you an overview, and I want to go ahead and highlight a little bit more about the Democratic Republic of the Congo as someone who roasts and sells coffee from the Congo, given that my family is from there. Just want to highlight that a little bit more to be on the lookout for that. So make sure that you stay tuned for my next video. Thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know which of these coffees from these regions or countries that you've tried, which is your favorite, and what do you hope to try in the future. Stay tuned. Bye.